All right, let's go racing. Enough of this painting and sanding stuff for the time being. This is the third race of the Center Sound series to Blakely Rock. At this point, we're in second place for the series. We won the first race, got third in the second race, and now this is the third. So we're into our start sequence here. We'll put the jib up, and that means we got about 5-6 minutes to go. Obviously, this is time lapse, so you're going to look at 5 minutes here in the next 20 seconds. Going to position ourselves towards the pin end of the start line. It was a bit favored over there, so we're going to try and get that direction. You can see the committee boat up there, the red power boat just off our bow. You can see on the right side there is Wildfire, that gray boat. That's a boat in our class. So we make our final tack to the start line. You can see Gaucho right in front of us there. We got to beat these guys in order to win the series. And we couldn't quite get underneath them to hook them up over the starting line, but we started, and then that J80 just plowed the weather of us. So we got stuck in this little bad air sandwich here between the J80 and Gaucho. So we're going to have to tack out of here and clear our air. So the forecast for the race was light southerly, with an ebb tide most of the race, so that's tide coming at our face on the upwind and then with us going downwind. We've taken a few tacks to get up towards West Point, trying to get on the left side of the course at this point after we round. West Point, we'll decide what to do there, about crossing the Sound or heading south. You can see over in the corner there, that's Gaucho. That's the boat we need to beat for the day in order to win the series. So you can see going out to the left paid off a little bit. We've crossed tacks with them a couple times, and each time we edged out a little bit more. You can see a little lift there. And as Gaucho tacks, you'll be able to see that they're going to be behind us now at this point. So this is where we were able to pass Gaucho, and that put them behind us for the next little bit.
You could helms over.
Man, don't you just love the sights and sounds of sailing? The winches, the sails, even that terrible sounding winch that needs serviced really badly. I'll put that on the list. There's a big list. But here we are heading out towards West Point again, protecting the left. We gained every time we were on starboard tack, going out to the left, so we just kept doing that. And you'll see in the next, after the next tack here, Charlotte, another boat in our class that we'll battle with until we get out to the rock. So let's enjoy some more sights and sounds. Tacking in 3, 2, 1, helms over. So we've made it out to Blakely Rock. We're rounding the rock on the west side, getting ready to hoist our spinnaker and head downwind. We've got some ground to make up on TC and Charlotte, so let's see what we can do. All right. Okay, hoist. So after our set, one of the bigger boats started to come up on us, namely the TP-52 Smoke. When the big boats start to pass us and downwind, sometimes it can be painful. They like to go over us and steal our air for a minute. So let's check out what that interaction was like.
Okay, we're gonna get rolled here. Oh, they're jiving.
Luckily, they were kind. They jibed before they got to us. We caught a nice little puff.
It's quite lifted now.
All right, I'm down. Yep, transfer. Let me know when you're ready to dive. I'll turn the boat. I'm good with it, Giant. Little puff here. Yep. Okay.
Ready here.
Turning the boat.
Good job.
Hands crossed. Giant, go pull.
So we settled into starboard jibe with downtown Seattle there in the distance. This jibe and this course would take us all the way back down to West Point, where the wind begins to die. So in light air like this, beers usually get cracked open, a couple laughs happen, maybe even some complaining. And my crack crew, the wonderful people they are, also helped me through a little bit of my religious trauma.
I'm sure they did. I mean, who the fuck knows? I'm not sure of anything. Hell, I used to be sure Jesus was my savior.
So for the final beat to the finish, the breeze freshened a little bit. You'll see the committee boat come up on our bow, and at the very end we'll punch it over the finish line up into the wind to try and save a few seconds. And that's the anatomy of a sailboat race.